quiet evening on Chicago's South Side turned into a scene of chaos that left residents stunned and investigators searching for answers. A rising female rapper.
You know that they crush too. And you know I'm that bitch and I'm pretty as fuck. If you play to my drums, gon' drum through. G Ari the plug too. And ain't shit for the law. If you broke, you get put through.
Known to her audience as G Ari, was found fatally shot inside her car at a neighborhood intersection. Witnesses say the vehicle came to a stop before multiple shots were fired. In the passenger seat sat her young child, unharmed, but silent as the aftermath unfolded. Detectives arrived within minutes, securing the scene and collecting shell casings scattered across the street. Nearby surveillance cameras capture flashes of movement, but the footage has raised more questions than it answered. No suspects were immediately identified, and no motive was officially released. Online, speculation spread quickly. Hours before her death, G Ari's name had surfaced in connection with a separate high-profile shooting that rocked the city's rap community. Screenshots, messages, and rumors circulated, each one adding a new layer to an already complex situation. Investigators are now examining whether her killing was random or if it followed a chain of events connected to that earlier violence. What happened between the moment she left home and the moment shots rang out remains unclear. Detectives are piecing together her final movements, reviewing digital evidence, and tracing communications that might explain why she became a target. As the city waits for official answers, the timeline of that night continues to tighten. What police discover next may reveal how a promising career intersected with deadly street politics, and what it cost. If you are drawn to true crime stories that reveal hidden truths, we invite you to subscribe. Your support enables us to share real cases, raise awareness, and give a voice to those who can no longer speak for themselves. Before we begin, tell us in the comments where you are watching from and share your thoughts as the story unfolds. Welcome to Spotlight Crime, a place where we examine cases that shake communities and reveal what often remains hidden behind closed doors. Real stories, real people, real impact. Subscribe today and turn on notifications so you won't miss what comes next. Ariana Carter, known professionally as G Ari, was a developing voice within Chicago's underground rap scene. She was in her mid-20s, raised on the south side of Chicago, a part of the city often defined by heavy police presence, economic hardship, and constant exposure to street tension. In that environment, local youth either avoided the spotlight or used it as a platform to speak their truth. Ariana chose music. Her earliest performances were small-scale neighborhood events, open mic sessions, and local showcases that attracted upcoming talent.
Come here. Bitches be cap on the net when I see them in person, they ain't know nothing. Catch me alone, but I got sminks that'll push up footprints right to the dome. They say who that, I'm really the biggest, I'm rapping, they saying I'm known. Ain't stun no nigga, I made that clear, now my past few 3-4 songs.
Online, she began releasing freestyles and short rap clips, often filmed on phones or in studio corners.
Back up, Ari, one step. One step back, right there.
The raw tone of her delivery started catching attention. She collaborated with other independent Chicago artists, some loosely connected to larger collectives, such as OTF and THF, though she was never officially signed or publicly affiliated with any crew. Her lyrics mirrored the reality around her: trust, betrayal, and survival in unstable surroundings. While she never achieved mainstream status, her consistency built recognition among younger listeners on social platforms. Locals viewed her as persistent, someone trying to climb out of her environment through self-expression. But as her following grew, so did scrutiny. Chicago's rap scene is known for its blurred line between entertainment and real-life disputes. Rivalries often stem from neighborhood affiliations or perceived loyalty shifts. The more visible Ariana became, the closer she stood to those dynamics. How did her upbringing in the South Side shape her artistic message and personal choices? Was the attention surrounding her growth producing unseen risks or enemies waiting for an opportunity? G Ari's early uploads appeared across YouTube, Instagram, and SoundCloud. Her sound was rooted in Chicago drill elements, but maintained a lyrical narrative about loyalty and personal code. Her visuals were simple yet direct, often self-shot, rarely produced with professional backing. In the months leading to her death, followers noticed a rapid rise in her social media engagement. Clips began circulating beyond her local fan base, and snippets were shared by minor influencer pages. Alongside growth came controversy. She developed a reputation for being outspoken online, frequently commenting on trending topics in Chicago's rap scene. Some of her posts appear to contain subliminal references toward unnamed individuals, sparking speculation about personal disputes or rivalries. Within her community, reactions were divided. Some admired her confidence. Others viewed it as reckless in an environment where online words often result in real-world outcomes. Did her lyrical content or direct statements attract the wrong kind of audience? Could something she said or posted have contributed to what later unfolded? Chicago's rap scene carries a well-documented history of inter-neighborhood rivalry. Many artists emerge from areas divided by street alliances. Some rap crews have deeper affiliations that stretch beyond music, leading to overlapping disputes and violent outcomes. Among these circles was THF Bezu, a 35-year-old rapper known for his association with OTF, Only the Family, a collective founded by Lil Durk. Bezu had his own following and was recognized both for his music and his criminal background. Days before G Ari's death, Bezu was fatally shot in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood, an incident that drew major attention and speculation about retaliation. Online conversations quickly turned to possible connections between both deaths. Some posts alleged that G Ari had shared Bezu's location or information linked to his movements. No law enforcement report has verified this. Still, the idea spread rapidly, reinforcing a digital storm that merged speculation, rumor, and fear. Were these two shootings coincidental or linked through deeper street tension? How did online narratives surrounding Bezu's death escalate pressure on others connected to him? Based on available online activity and limited witness input, investigators have attempted to reconstruct G Ari's final days. In the hours before the shooting, she reportedly posted several updates on social media. Some referenced personal issues. Others included location tags within Chicago's South Side. These posts were later removed or archived. Unverified reports claim she was driving with her young child on the day of the attack. Screenshots circulated alleging she had mentioned or tagged areas associated with certain individuals shortly before the incident. Among online audiences, this was interpreted as potentially revealing private information that might have angered others, an act referred to as dropping a location. Authorities have not confirmed these claims. Official sources have avoided stating any motive, and investigators have not publicly identified connections between her posts and the attack itself. Did she unintentionally expose sensitive information to the wrong audience? Was she randomly targeted? Or was the shooting a deliberate response plan ahead of time? The incident occurred in the late afternoon near 76th Street and Vincennes Avenue on Chicago's South Side. Residents reported hearing multiple gunshots in rapid succession. When officers arrived, they found a vehicle riddled with bullets. Inside was Ariana Carter, unresponsive, with her child present but unharmed. Paramedics attempted resuscitation, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. The vehicle was towed for forensic processing. Police documented shell casings along the street, suggesting multiple shooters. Investigators canvassed nearby stores for surveillance footage and reviewed traffic camera recordings from intersections leading to the site. Witnesses described seeing a dark vehicle leaving the area immediately after gunfire, but conflicting details made it difficult to identify the exact model or plate numbers. How many attackers executed the ambush? Did the nearby cameras capture a clear image of the suspects? Why was that specific location chosen? Coincidence or prearranged setup? The Chicago Police Department's homicide unit assumed control of the investigation within hours. Detectives began door-to-door canvassing, interviewing residents, and reviewing available video footage from nearby businesses. They collected ballistic evidence, matching it to firearm databases for potential connections to previous incidents. The victim's cell phone and social media accounts were seized for digital examination. Investigators reviewed message logs, deleted content, and recent calls to identify possible threats or patterns leading up to shooting. As of the latest available updates, no suspect have been arrested, and police have not publicly identified persons of interest. The department continues to request information from the public, emphasizing confidentiality for witnesses. What crucial details lie within her digital history? Did any communication prior to the shooting indicate she was in danger? Within hours of her death, social platforms became flooded with posts speculating on motive and identity of the shooters. Some claimed the killing was retaliation for THF Bezu's death, asserting she had played a role in revealing his whereabouts. Screenshots circulated alleging direct messages, though most lacked verification or timestamps. YouTube commentators, online bloggers, and forum users amplified the theory without official backing. Meanwhile, law enforcement remained silent, confirming only that an adult female victim was found dead at the scene. This lack of official information allowed misinformation to dominate discussions. Competing narratives formed. Some describe her as an innocent target caught in an ongoing feud, others as someone involved in street-based disputes. The truth remains undetermined, as evidence from both shootings is still under review. How much of the viral information is factual? Did online assumptions and false reports hinder the actual investigation? What will the eventual police findings reveal about the true motive behind her death? After securing the scene, investigators began a full forensic sweep of the vehicle and surrounding area. More than a dozen shell casings were recovered from the pavement near the driver's side. The casings were identified as 9mm caliber, consistent with a semi-automatic handgun commonly used in local gang-related shootings. Ballistic analysts confirmed that at least 2 separate weapons were fired, indicating multiple shooters. The pattern of impact on the vehicle told a clear story. The bullet trajectories entered from a low, left-to-right angle, consistent with gunmen firing from outside the driver's side door. The windshield and passenger side glass remained largely intact, ruling out return fire. Investigators concluded there was no exchange of gunfire, only a single-sided assault. Inside the car, there were no signs of a struggle. The victim's personal belongings, phone, wallet, and jewelry remained untouched. The evidence pointed away from robbery and toward a planned, deliberate attack. The vehicle's engine was still running, suggesting the ambush occurred suddenly at a stop. Surveillance footage under review captured flashes of light consistent with muzzle fire, but image clarity remains under enhancement. The precise movements of the shooters are still being analyzed. What does the ballistic evidence reveal about the shooter's positions? Was the attack carried out by experienced professionals, or was it executed by local rivals acting on impulse? Investigators turned next to digital forensics. G Ari's smartphone, recovered from the vehicle console, became central to the investigation. Analysts extracted messages, deleted DMs, and data from encrypted applications. Several conversations revealed heated exchanges in the days prior to the shooting, including discussions about trust, exposure, and alleged betrayals involving other figures in the Chicago rap scene. One of the deleted threads, restored from backup, showed that Ari had recently received warnings to stay offline after a series of posts discussing personal grievances. Law enforcement noted timestamps that aligned closely with the time of another high-profile shooting days earlier, leading investigators to question whether her digital activity had unintentionally exposed sensitive information. Financial records showed no major withdrawals or transfers before the incident, ruling out financial dispute as a motive. However, location data retrieved from her phone revealed that her position had been shared multiple times through messaging platforms. Forensic technicians are now verifying whether these location shares were deliberate or automatic. Authorities are also comparing tower pings from nearby devices at the time of the shooting, hoping to match them to potential suspects. Did her online presence provide the key motive for her death? Was someone tracking her digital movements long before the night of the attack? As the forensic and digital evidence developed, investigators compared the timeline of G Ari's murder with that of THF Bezu, a rapper and known associate of a major Chicago rap collective who was fatally shot days earlier. Both incidents occurred within a short radius on the south side and involved similar weapon calibers and vehicle-based ambush methods. Online discussions quickly tied the two cases together, suggesting that Ari's killing may have been retaliation for allegedly revealing Bezu's location prior to his own shooting. Police have not verified this link, citing insufficient evidence. However, the timing and the overlap of known associates between both victims keep this theory under consideration. Ballistic reports are being cross-referenced to determine whether the same firearms were used in both shootings. Early tests show similarities in casing impressions, but the results remain inconclusive pending full laboratory comparison. Is there solid evidence connecting both murders? Could the same individuals or networks be responsible for both attacks? In the days following her death, tributes appeared across social media. Local artists described her as ambitious and disciplined, while others warned about the dangers of exposing personal movements online. Family members demanded transparency from police, calling for public updates on the investigation. Within the community, reactions were divided between fear and resignation. Residents voiced frustration at another unsolved rapper homicide in a city already struggling with violence. Community leaders held small gatherings urging artists to avoid online disputes and to secure professional management when navigating fame. Online forums turned the conversation toward accountability, whether in the streets, the industry, or law enforcement. What impact did her death have on other upcoming Chicago rappers? Are artists now changing their behavior to avoid similar risks? Weeks into the case, the Chicago Police Department maintains that the investigation remains active and ongoing. Forensic testing continues on shell casings and digital devices. Multiple tips have been submitted anonymously, but most lack verifiable details. Witness cooperation has been limited. Fear of retaliation and distrust toward police have slowed progress. Detectives confirm that they are reviewing new footage obtained from nearby businesses and traffic cameras, though much of it offers partial or obstructed views. No arrests have been announced, and authorities have not disclosed any persons of interest. The investigation is being coordinated with federal databases to match ballistic evidence to prior shootings. Why are authorities withholding key information from the public? Will the individuals behind the ambush ever be identified? Mainstream outlets have provided minimal coverage of the case, while social media platforms continue to circulate unverified claims. False reports have named individuals without confirmation, complicating police efforts and spreading misinformation. Independent blogs and online personalities have published theories connecting the murder to various local figures, none supported by official evidence. Law enforcement cautions against speculation, noting that premature claims can obstruct witness cooperation. This imbalance between viral rumors and verifiable facts highlights the modern challenge investigators face. Online narratives forming faster than official updates can be released. How does online speculation interfere with real police work? What responsibility do media platforms hold in cases still under investigation? G Ari's case reflects a continuing pattern in Chicago's rap culture, where personal disputes and digital exposure often spill into real violence. Several prior shootings of local artists followed public online arguments or live-stream confrontations. Experts point to social media as both a promotional tool and a vulnerability. Real-time location sharing, status updates, and competitive posturing create digital trails that can be exploited. The repeated cycle, artist gains attention, becomes involved in online tension, and later becomes a target, remains a defining issue for law enforcement and the music community alike. Why do digital conflicts keep escalating into deadly encounters? Can artists and authorities find ways to disrupt this recurring cycle? As of the latest updates, no suspects are in custody. The Chicago Police Department has not confirmed motive or a link to any known group. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office continues to analyze ballistic residue and autopsy data. Key digital evidence, including phone records and IP traces, remains under forensic review. Authorities have yet to disclose whether the shooters' identities have been narrowed down. The public waits for clarification, but official channels remain silent. Until new evidence is released, the timeline and motive behind G Ari's killing remain partially reconstructed and largely speculative. What will the final autopsy and ballistic comparisons reveal? Will phone data or surveillance footage expose the individuals responsible? The confirmed facts remain limited but significant. A young rapper was ambushed and killed in her car, her child present but unharmed. The attack showed planning, precision, and intent. Forensic evidence indicates coordination, not chance. Beyond those points, uncertainty dominates. Digital trails raise possible motives but lack confirmation. Ballistic matches hint at links to other cases but fall short of proof. The silence of witnesses continues to shield whoever planned the shooting. The case remains open, suspended between rumor and evidence. Investigators continue to trace data, enhance surveillance images, and follow leads. Who ordered the attack, and what was the real motive? Was this retaliation, coincidence, or an intentional silencing? When the truth is finally revealed, what will it expose about Chicago's rap world and the risks that surround it? If this story has kept your attention, do not forget to like this video and share it with others. For more true crime stories that uncover the mysteries behind tragic events, subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay updated with our latest investigations, reports, and discussions. Thank you for joining us in this pursuit of truth and justice. Together, we can shed light where darkness remains. Until next time, stay safe and stay vigilant.